Blessings to you, my energetic beings, and welcome back to the Musing Moon Meditation. This full moon is brought to us by Strawberry Fields Forever. Rising on June 14th, 2022, the peak time for this illumination is going to be 5:42 a.m. Mountain Time in my village. Go ahead and check your timeline for when she's illuminating in yours. Being full, bright, and always mystical and magical, this is the second supermoon of 2022, the last full moon of spring or the first of summer. If you've been watching my daily snippets, you know we are in a fire year in the Dagara cosmology and also a yang fire horse month in the Chinese elementals. However, the strawberry moon marks the ripening of June. It's bearing of strawberries that are ready to be gathered. Berries that are ripened, and the moon reflects this as well as flowers are blossoming and those early fruits begin to ripen. So June in itself is a time for great abundance, right? But with that, I am your host, a practicing holistic Sha'medium and subtle energetic surgeon. My intention is to use the power of the indigenous technologies, your original divine blueprint, to navigate your soul's harmonic through the realms of the elemental highway, into those imaginal realms with subtle energies, elements, elemental beings, and so much more. With offerings, rituals, and prescriptions, the otherworldly medicine kind, to add to your personal container. However, my goal is to truly merge the wisdom of these indigenous ways, these technologies, with the subtle realms, the etheric highway, to assist you into navigating your prime directive, your inner genius, reintroducing you to and through the magical being that I believe resides within each and every one of us. I call myself a holistic Sha'medium. My name is Tonya D, and welcome to my audio medicine room. If you haven't already, please do be kind and subscribe to my Musing podcast, Musing with Tonya D, on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or just subscribe to my newsletter to literally be in the knowing so you are notified when I share my light, along with other social media platforms, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and of course YouTube, where you are probably tuning in to this moon meditation. However, if you wish to dive deeper, head on over to my Musing corridor, where I have offerings to guide you, club.tonyad.tv. I am your holistic Sha'medium assistant. You truly are your own healer, and sometimes we do need a shamanic coach to see beyond the beyond, sharing insight to an otherworldly perspective. Wherever you are, I will be sure to meet you there. So if this episode inspires you in some way, take a screenshot of you listening on your device and post it to your Instagram stories, tagging at the Tonya D. Also on the horizon, just a quick note, uncover secrets of the other world at a limited time savings until midnight, June 30th. What's inside this container? I'm glad you asked. Harnessing your spiritual energy and secrets of the other world, you're going to learn how to connect to ancient energies of your ancestors using your mind in its pure form to manifest your goals and your intentions. Sometimes we get stuck in the material plane, and our ancestors are often calling out to us, trying to tell us something. Even the powers that be may have been keeping this knowledge hidden from us because of fear of a worldwide awakening of the uninitiated, if you will, or if you are simply not part of their clan. So with that, check out The Other World, Secrets of the Other World, now at a savings, a juicy savings in my online corridor. Use secrets or secret 2022. Being that this full moon is in the season of Sagittarius, the doors are opening to opportunities, bright ideas, amazing, great fortune. Good fortune, right? Being in a free-spirited sign, a fire sign, this is all about seizing the opportunities, the moment, expanding our mind and expanding our heart. So the full moon is the ultimate lunation to manifest our most luxurious, sophisticated, cosmopolitan dreams. Manifestation in itself is a powerful way to attract our goals by believing we're already living the life that we're meant to live. So this practice is actually magnetizing things like new jobs, romance, and really so much more, whatever it is that really lights up your heart. It's going to do more, but if you're holding on to those heavy feelings from your last relationship, for example, attracting a new partner may be a bit of a challenge. That's why harnessing and utilizing the energy of a full moon really an amazing way to elevate our manifestations and our rituals. They are this galactic celestial invitation to really say goodbye to what's no longer serving us, those old habits, situations, events, relationships, or those beliefs are just leaving, just allowing them to stream in a new experience that is on the horizon. It's beginning anew. But it's also a time where our dreams, emotions, and truth come bubbling up to the surface like a spring, a bubbling spring, really making it a lot easier for us to discern our underlying needs, which really is a necessity when carrying out our manifestations as a practice. But being that this full moon is in the season of Sagittarius, it's really extra powerful, bringing in that abundance. It's like the strawberry moon for a new, ripe picking of life. Knowing that the beginning of summer has arrived, this energy in Gemini is really at the precipice of the summer solstice. It's going to encourage us to get out, explore, socialize, and open up to all of the juice of life, the abundance of life that we have yet to gather, seeing the truth about the story we are meant to live. And honestly, I think up until now, it's been extremely maybe murky or foggy. It's been kind of difficult to separate because we have the energetic energy, the vibrational frequency in Aquarius. It's been spiritually induced, super spiritual, intuitive in the season of Pisces. And our behavior, healing our streams of our behavior with Aries. So I believe that we've done a lot of clearing and cleansing of the old, the dark ages, really feeling emotionally and intuitively that this full moon streaming in at the 23rd degree of Sagittarius, 23, by the way, is a Grand Master degree in the season of Gemini. It's about the realization that this is just a authentic, true full moon that I think is going to bring out the truth of our story, navigating that story, possibly reviewing our story, what that's going to be out in the world, out in public, as we're seen. So I would say it's time to think differently, think otherworldly, open up to the other world, let those voices kind of muse on in. So our beliefs and our feelings are coming into alignment with a new attitude on life, a new perspective on life. Hopefully optimistic, getting some answers, clarifying our thoughts, becoming clear about those thoughts. And that new story can stream in at a new octave, a new level, a new vibration, a new frequency. But being that we are streaming Mercury forward after being retrograde, our solar plexus, we are moving towards what our thoughts and our attitude wishes to really bring into manifestation. So it's time to take our dreams higher. Fruits, like the strawberry moon, come into realization. So Mercury is going to be at 0 degrees Gemini, so creating boundaries around our thoughts and manifestations of those boundaries with Mercury in a trine to Pluto. Transforming our power in life, things become something. So it's like committing to change the story of what the story becomes out into our starry night into the future. So there may be lots of uncertainty in the world. So these manifestations are moving forward. They're connecting us to community, the neighborhood. Things become realized. And we do need community, right? Community is, whether we communicate to spirit, we communicate to the neighborhood. Community, it's using the stories to tell and invoke with community. So with Uranus innovating our story, the story we're born to live, out of the story we may have been born into, possibly you're not in alignment. I know my filtration system has been shifting quite a lot this year of 2022. So you may realize, holy shift, I am not on the same manifestation path, and just recognizing the progress that we have actually made. And Jupiter is also at a Gemini degree in the season of Aries, so we may be believing in the actions that we're taking, the thoughts we have about our character, believing to manifest and bring them into the physical world, our heart, the sun, and our feelings, the moon. So it's a day to believe in the thoughts we have about ourselves, bringing them out into the world. So it's time to believe new thoughts, attitudes, treatment of ourselves. So honestly, I would say be kind to you. and in doing so, even be kinder. So an inner revolution may happen within ourselves, be sparked within ourselves, because we are really elevating timelines, maybe feeling a little bit otherworldly, being open to who we are, breaking away from the old, so we can navigate these new thread lines, realizing, understanding the way we respond to ourselves and treating ourselves from a new source of character, new self-esteem, new self-confidence, where Mars is us opening up our heart to receive that new character, this new blessing, this new action in our character, our authenticity, how we're seen in the world. So it may feel as if we are cutting away Mars from the old way of treating ourselves and creating an action within ourselves to actually move forward. So we're also healing ourselves on the inside of how we think of ourselves and accepting the mistakes so that we may move forward in our life, in our earth journey. Healing that inner voice and knowing we have a voice out into the world and accepting what has been and also what will be, so our ego can keep us from streaming forward, so the cleanse is actually moving in the forwardness. But I also see the planets connected to our energetic centers. So being in the season of Gemini, if you've listened to my daily snippet, our solar plexus is online all season. So it's really about an optimistic thought venue. And our root center, with all these planets in Aries and Saturn in Aquarius at the magical degree of Neptune. So our crown, possibly some otherworldly vibrations. So this also means we're now rethinking our spiritual responsibilities as we move forward. We don't feel like we have to be anything or we have to do anything. And because Saturn's retrograde, I think really this is going to take some of the heat or the pressure off of us. It's going to help us to feel better. So during this lunation, we also have the nodes adding to the mix, the container. So Scorpio is what we are moving away from. So we may open the door to otherworldly manifestations, taking our thoughts to an elevated higher perspective, possibly connecting to our Sira. Our Sira is what we look like in the other world. But Scorpio and Neptune, the nodes, are at the 22nd degree, which is otherworldly. It's this innovative, eclectic approach in our manifestations. I mean, maybe we have the otherworldly beings streaming in with some eccentric insight to manifest differently. So thoughts becoming new things we can potentially bring into these manifestations. So I would be thinking otherworldly about what it is you want to manifest. So the nodes, because they're semi-sextiling this full moon, which is also super galactic juicy, I might add, you may have the breakdown to the break on through to the other side. So to cleanse our energetic centers, opening us up to really manifest, being committed, heart-centric to our manifestations and loving and trusting that this is actually going to become real. It's going to manifest in reality. Things are going to be healing this season. We may be facing our fears, healing our fears. So my intention for you is I wish for you to connect and protect your sacred foundation, breathing in, creating a sacred sphere of believing in yourself. So with that, take a breath and take a pause, and we are going to journey into this manifestation. So be comfortable, be in alignment, take a breath and a pause. I like to do this for a count of 3, quite honestly. So inhale and release. So I want you to breathe into your earth star, those brown earthy tones, whatever that is for you, your beliefs that you may have around manifesting your thoughts. Exhale, release. Breathing into our root center, red as a conduit to manifest the positivity of our thoughts and our beliefs about ourselves out into the world. Exhale and release. Breathing in orange light to our sacral energy, releasing all emotional entanglements that our thoughts may be feeling. Exhale and release. Breathing into our solar plexus, the golden sun that we are, manifesting only the positivity, thoughts that are at that positive mindset and that attitude, manifesting only them, the confidence to be in our own skin. Exhale and release. Breathing into our chalice, our heart center, the streams of thoughts, attitudes that are of an alternative perspective. Loving the star, that unique star that we are. Exhale and release. Breathing into our throat center, that effervescent blue, like the sky above, our ability to speak only spiritual truths about ourselves, carrying those words out into the ethers to manifest the heart star that each and every one of us are as we exhale and release. Breathing into our third eye, the cosmic blue. You see only thoughts that bring light, love, inspiration to our golden sun, the solar plexus. And exhale and release. Breathing into our crown, white light, the essence of the spirit that we are, believing in the messages of Source, only coming in from Source, elevating our thought channel, our attitudes, and our beliefs, and shifting those frequencies of beliefs, feeling the feels of what our heart truly believes, and being mindful about it. Exhale and release. Breathing into our shamanic portal, silver or black. Black is power, silver is protection, and allow spirit to choose the color for you. Our library in the sky, seeing ourselves as the mystical, magical being that is manifesting through us during this full moon super luminous energy. Exhale and release. Breathing in through our soul's harmonic golden light of the heavens, sigils, signs, animals, messages, meta innovations, otherworldly insights. Exhale and release. Breathing in pink light surrounding the magical essence of our bodies, light bodies included, mind, spirit, and soul, a combination of our root center and our crown to really sync the thoughts and those beliefs that we have about ourselves to really manifest them out into our world. Exhale and release. Go ahead and take that breath. Take another pause and know that you have arrived. So with that, just some insight, some fun insight to carry you on your way. You may be called to use the essence of nature to connect with the plant, cleansing or scrubbing the earth. I would purchase a plant or go aerate your garden, your landscape. As you connect and protect the plant in the soil, just start paying attention to how the plant is responding to you as you speak your heartfelt intentions to the greenery of nature. You will see signs on how your manifestation is progressing or moving forward as you speak to the plant. Does the plant waken up? Can you hear the signs and the signals of the plant? Also, I love to do a moon bath ritual and, of course, always fires. I am a fire being in the Dagara cosmology, and in the Chinese elemental realm, I am full of fire. However, because the full moon signifies a time of releasing those emotions and tensions we may have been bottling up, so in doing so, throughout the season of Gemini, those negative thoughts, those parallels. So manifesting actually does require us to let things go that are no longer serving us and to make room, opening us up for what we do authentically wish to attract. So a full moon bath is an amazing ritual. It's productive. It's a way to purge all of the negativity. I generally use bath salts of a variety of colors. I might add Himalayan sea salt, black sea salt, Epsom sea salt. You may choose whatever flows for you. And you also may be experiencing yourself something new that's going to flow in and come your way. You could also add flavors of rose petals, lavender. Really have fun with it, whatever your heart calls to, and just take that time, take that space to really meditate and receive all of the gifts, the talents, your own inner genius, your personal medicine that the elemental realm has to offer each and every one of us. And as a final ritual, possibly with this full moon being in Sagittarius, Sagittarius is all about traveling. It's our long distance traveling. So maybe create a vision board of places like a bucket list that you have always wanted to visit. Be adventurous, allow some fantasy, some mystical travel, could be otherworldly, and also our home ourself. That in itself is an offspring of our own sacred space. It's a sacred environment. It's like our energetic field, just like our heart. So all of our spaces, whether it's physical, mental, emotional, energetic, the fields, the centers, the pathways, the planets, the galaxy, they all need protection against the low frequency, bad vibe energies, negative people. I really wish for you to not allow people to drag you into their chaos, into their drama. And with that, you could also use crystals as well for protection. Sometimes I keep them in my pockets. Sometimes I create them. So it really is a time to be confident, keeping our boundaries firm and feeling all the good and just flicking the toxic energy away, the negativity. And again, whether it's thoughts, people, drama, just, we really need to cleanse our sacred space of these things so we can elevate to a new time-space dimension. So with all of that, thank you again. Inshallah and Ashe. As always, blessings to you. And remember to take a picture of yourself, a screenshot, and tag me at the Tonya D of you tuning into this Musing Moon podcast meditation. Blessings.